what are one of his, he says, what is your favorite business philosophy? But I know you'll have trouble pinning that down. Give us one of your favorite business philosophies. So it doesn't have to be your very favorite, just one of.
Shoot, I'd like to ask you that first. What is one of yours? You got one, Conrad?
Well, I think in sales, I say this all the time, you got to be easy to buy from.
Okay.
Like, I think that's really, really important. Whether you're talking about like some of my favorite billboards, I think people overthink billboards. You know, I like to pay attention to advertising a lot. I've made my money in that world for a long, long time. And the worst billboards are when it's like a realtor who wants their photo up there and it's got their phone number and their address and their company logo and then like the key to your dream home or something corny. The best billboard, it's just like a giant red board and it's got a Big Mac right in the center and in big yellow letters it says next exit. Like, all right, I know what it is. That's a Big Mac. That means it's McDonald's and it's the next exit to get to it. Like, it's clear, it's concise. I got it. So like when I see some businesses run a promotion and they're like, put their address, but they don't put their website or their social handle or a call to action, or it's just like, okay, so you wanted your picture on a billboard. That's cool. But like nobody's going to buy from you. You got to be easy to buy from. And I think that's probably one of mine in business.
Okay. So I've concise that down. Confuse them, you lose them.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I just think, you know, in our business, when you see a graphic, just keep it simple.
Yeah.
I mean, just date, date, and time, and 50 talent or 30 talent or 20 talent. Who and what am I buying? Is that a match? Is that about a role?
Think about the indie posters we've seen. There's even been really fun social media posts over the years. There may even be a fun handle somewhere like bad indie posters where it just shows like 40 guys. But when there's 40, to your point, when there's 40 guys, I'm not looking at anything.
You can't. And you
don't
even
know. And so what we're trying to do there is we're trying to cater to the talent who aren't buying tickets, who aren't giving you any money, but they want to say, I'm on the poster, as opposed to who's the real draw here. And we have the data now to know who sells tickets. We have the data to know who sells merch. We have the data to know who pops a rating. So that should be front and center in what we push. Maybe not, here's 40 guys on a poster. Because you see that a lot with indie promotions. Like, here's everybody who's here. Well, I don't have to know all that. Tell me about the big stars and the big match. And then everything else is, it's like last year when I was trying to load up the card for Ric Flair's last match. You were like, Conrad, just put him on it. It's Ric Flair and others.
How many times did I say that?
Every week.
Before I was going to be a part of the match and after.
It's Ric Flair and others.
It's Ric Flair's last match.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Brilliant one who got the website. I mean, you know, the URL. It really is. So business lesson.
By the way, that was funny. That applies to what we're talking about here from a business standpoint. When I told Mike Weber, he goes, man, I really like that idea. That's a great plan. What are you going to call it? And I said, Ric Flair's last match. He goes, yeah, but I'm talking about the show name. Like you're gonna call it like the final countdown, the last collision, the last collide, the last rodeo. I was like, no, it's Ric Flair's last match. He goes, Conrad, I know that, but like what are we calling the show? Ric Flair's last match. We're calling it Ric Flair's last match. Yeah. So that's the website. Yeah, I got Ric Flair's last match.com. But now what are we calling the show on Fight? Like if I'm scrolling through, I said, we're putting it on regular pay-per-view too, right, Mike? He goes, well, yeah. I said, well, if I'm a casual non-fan, a lapsed fan, and I'm flipping through and it's like, all right, do I want to watch this pay-per-view movie or do I want to watch that pay-per-view movie? And then there's that line item on DirecTV and it says the final countdown or something. Nobody knows what that is.
Hang on one second. I'm going to show you something. Hang on.
Yeah. But if it says Ric Flair's last match, everybody knows what that is. So Mike laughed and said, okay, I like it. Just hit him over the head with it. I can't wait to see what you got to show us here.
Little show and tell. That's why I love Ask Jeff Anything. So the last convention, where was I was going to? Anyway, I've got pictures of me in the Hall of Fame, just 4, 5, 6 pictures that the vendor had and all this kind of stuff. And I was coming from my baseball duties and had a stack of pictures anyway, go on the table and everything. And so whatever, they put out 6 maybe pictures, all this. This is the one that sold out the quickest. I mean, boom, 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 boom.
I have an idea what picture it is.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm ready to see it. Show everybody. And by the way, I hope you're watching My World on YouTube.com. There it is. Jeff Jarrett strutting ass. And look at that turnbuckle in the back.
That's what I was going to say. Do you see the turnbuckle?
Yep. Ric Flair's last match.
There's the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes logo. I just wanted to get that in there. It's very simple. Jeff Strutton and Ric Flair's last match show.
By the way, what'd you think of the white ropes? I got a lot of heat from production people, said it would look terrible. But I was like, well, that's what I want. So that's what we're going to do.
Do I need anything else?
It pops, doesn't it? It looks cool.
So there's a shot of the end zone shot or whatever you want to call it. Of the, I know you know. And folks that are just listening audio, I apologize for doing some video stuff today.
No, take your ass over to YouTube. MyWorldOnYouTube.com.
But no, that shot kind of showed that it looked like a stage.
Yes.
The ring was Flair's, you know, I thought it was just so cool that down to his robe, his tights, even his ring and turnbuckle pads were all
catered around what he was wearing to the ring that night.
Yeah.
And I thought that was, that's what I was looking for. And I know people are like, well, it won't look as good on TV. I hear you. But like, it's more important that we're on brand. Like the chairs that fans sat in look like his robe, and let's do it up. So there you go. Be easy to buy from, and you confuse them.
Yeah, I mean that is we could go on and on about that one. Maybe we do a podcast one day like that.
That'd be fun. I mean, I know some of the people who don't like us would listen, and hey, that'd be fun.